A lot of people keep sending good wishes to us all the time. May all be good with you, live well, be happy, wish you success in all your endeavors, may your smiles never fade, and so on. But all the wishes of everyone certainly cannot come true. Then whose wishes work? Whose words come true and bring the desired results? Have you ever taken a pause and thought about this? Well, today we shall. Hello, and a heartfelt welcome to Just Pauses. Either we are completely oblivious to whose prayers are actually working for us, or when we think we do know, it is more often than not a case of erroneously assuming. My own assumptions are based on my gut feelings and silent observations, because I and no one can possibly know it all. Yet, taking the risk of assuming, I think that wishes emanating from two sources work well. One, those which are let out from hearts which don't doubt, don't seek in return, have a passion in them, and which are selfless. And second, words let out by strangers with whom there are no strings attached, with whom there are no transactions or give and take balance accounts to settle. When they wish for us, I believe the wishes work. What do you say? Do you recall how some of our elders used to caution us that don't be rude to strangers, don't hurt those who are disadvantageously placed in life, and instead be good to them so that blessings escape their lips for us? I try to always remain conscious of the story of the protagonist in the novel Great Expectations, written beautifully by Charles Dickens, a great English novelist of the Victorian era. I'm sure many of you have read The Great Expectations. The story revolves around a small, poor orphan who rises from humble beginnings to become a gentleman, thanks to a mysterious benefactor. There is somebody who keeps paying for his education and he keeps assuming that a rich old lady is the one. He remains overwhelmed towards her with gratitude. Later, when he becomes a gentleman, he wants to forget his humble past and all the connections of his past, except that one connection which he desperately tries to keep with the rich old lady. One day, the reality dawns on him that the person, his true benefactor, who has been paying for everything for his education, taking care of him, is not that rich lady, but one criminal, one convict whom he had once helped. It is a beautiful story of loyalty, compassion, and our misplaced expectations from others, our mistaken assumptions. Surely you too must have had one or more experiences when help or support came from the most unexpected of persons in your life. We don't know and we can't know whose prayers, whose efforts, whose love, and whose blessings shall bring rich rewards for us. Here is a story which I happened to hear one day, and it goes thus. Once there lived a kind man who owned a chain of restaurants. One day he opened an outlet in a new city. The restaurant gradually picked up business and the crowd began to swell as the days went by. It offered a yummy breakfast buffet, and the office goers working in the area frequented it happily. One day, a man in his early 30s who worked in a nearby bank came to the restaurant to have his breakfast. While having his own, he noticed that there was a man eating on a table across him who was very poorly dressed. He was gulping the food very fast and also casting covert glances all around. After that day, every time he came to eat at the breakfast hour, he spotted that man who seemed to be homeless or a beggar or both, gulping his food hastily. During his third or fourth visit, this young office goer realized that the man in the rags was not even paying for his food. He was taking advantage of the large crowd early in the mornings, and after managing to quietly sneak in, he took a plate, ate heartily, hurriedly, and very smoothly sneaked out too. He observed this for many days and at last decided to bring the matter to the attention of the owner. He narrated his observations to the owner one day after the man had sneaked out once again without paying for the food. The owner of the restaurant had a smile on him as he listened to this young office goer. He was least surprised or disturbed. He said, I'm grateful that you thought of my good. Thank you. And yes, that man in the rags, yes, I know that he comes daily. And all my staff knows too that he sneaks in, trying to remain unnoticed, and eats the food very heartily and leaves. And still you are not taking any action against him? I'm dismayed at your business sense. How will you make profits then if you allow everyone to cheat you like this? The young man was visibly shocked. The owner gave a small laugh. Ah, well, I'm grateful to that man, for it is due to him that I am making such a good profit from this restaurant. Do you see the crowd that throngs here day in and day out? Well, it is all because of that man, that poor man. What are you saying? How? How is that even possible? The young man was staring at the owner. The truth is that while you noticed him coming in quietly, not paying, and walking out quietly, you have, I guess, not seen him pray every day, kneeling against that bench you see opposite to my restaurant. The first time when he came in and ate without paying, I ignored. I thought that I would catch him the next day if he repeated it. The next day, as I was opening the restaurant, I saw him kneeling down against that bench and praying. I went near him. His eyes were closed and he was saying, Oh God, please, please let there be a big crowd even today in that restaurant. So much so that nobody sees me and I can have one good meal. Thank you, God, for giving me such a delicious hot meal yesterday there. It was the only decent food I had in months. Please let there be a huge crowd of customers today as well. And from then on, every day I see him praying, and the restaurant happens to be always full indeed. I'm so grateful to him, the owner said. The owner had tears in his eyes and gratitude all over his face. The young man kept staring at him, unable to believe what he had just heard. The story ends here. I'm sure you would want to take a pause to wonder if you have actually identified who your true benefactors are, whose prayers are working for you, whose wishes for you are working. Do recollect if you have been kind to all the strangers who were planted along your way, perhaps purposely. And think if you are grateful enough even towards those who are known to you, whose heartfelt wishes too could be the reason for something good that may have happened, or is happening, or will happen in your life. Thank you.